Welcome to Berkeley and California Memorial Stadium, where this crowd has been in since early in the day, saying you know it, you tell the story, you tell the whole world that this is Bear territory. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on another team from the ACC, the California Golden Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Golden Bears will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Duke's offense is on the field for the first time today. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the
come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They've got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
He lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 35. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, I know that's not exactly how the offensive coordinator drew that one up, guys, but how about Johnny on the spot doing a great job concentrating? The ball gets deflected, but he's somehow able to reel that thing in, come up with a big play for his offense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On the option. Now the pitch. Sweet cut there. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch? And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
the defense was all over it. They know third down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Golden Bears offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And this figures to be just a tremendous matchup of big play receivers, Jesse.
And because of their skills, Reese, you're going to see all types of ways in how they use them, right? They're going to throw it to them. They'll throw screens. They'll get jet sweeps. Get these guys as many touches as you can.
Well, and the good thing is, if you're a defense, you're used to it.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
The throw to the outside is complete. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Golden Bears will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. Offense getting set for first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Caught in the backfield. It's Rich. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. And the Golden Bears decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the punt, and that is a major league pop-up. That thing's going to bring rain. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Trying to find his man on first down. Zings it complete to the right. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Catch in the middle, it's Everett. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
You just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. Offense in an empty set. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's yours.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive game.
Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out quickly. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking at a 2nd and short now. He wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out. Finds a crease at the 20. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down 1st and goal. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. They're going to throw it again. He got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bear.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, needs to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Everett. At the 35, he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. He's going to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Everett. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fakes the grab on the left. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He's moving out of the pocket. Ball in the air, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. A sweet return after the pick, and they'll have it at the 43. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Complete to the right.
Really nice timing on that out route there. Good anticipation by the QB, getting it out on time. And how about the receiver securing the catch, tapping the toes before he went out of bounds.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Blue Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
The inside handoff. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
No gain on the play. Third down coming up.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Comes out throwing on first down. Quick strike complete.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you could spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to move.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabs it in the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage. I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
Finds the tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
The Golden Bears get it past the sticks.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cal!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll bring it out. It's Collins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Power football with the run. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. The Blue Devils headed quickly to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Tackled after picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Everett. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. First down to start the drive after the break. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. And the Blue Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Richard. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
Nice job by the running back there on that angle route against zone coverage. He wasn't in a hurry. He was able to sort of find the soft spot in the defense and just gear down, make himself an easy.
Throws for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. He'll set up to throw. And they can't quite hook up, trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Give to the single back. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good... interception.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Blue Devils will hustle to the line. Right back to the well. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Gets open down the middle. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Using his feet to buy time. It's caught. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. Now on first down from the 28. From the gun, the ground game. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. They'll give it to him again. Discards a man.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. Touchdown, Duke! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Looking to throw. It's caught. The 2-point try is good, and now it's a 3-point game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Williams. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Makes the grab down the middle. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll throw it on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Finds a man on the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
The throw falls incomplete. It's 2nd down.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got an open man. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
Almost incomplete. It leads to 2nd down.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Powers through the defender. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Defense looks as if it's coming. Leaves it with the running back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and goal to go.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will tie the game here in the final minute of play. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going up top on 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Everett. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom. Stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Everett. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink. Now, do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. 1st and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. Quarterback sneaks ahead. Touchdown, Blue Devils! And they grab the lead here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
Well, I think sometimes on 1st and goal like that, you're just trying to get up to the line of scrimmage early. You're trying to catch the defense off guard. So you go quarterback sneak, you find the crease, you plow forward, and it worked. They score a touchdown.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Let's go! He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, and it's intercepted. A turnover in overtime. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one. What a thriller. What a confidence builder to be able to come up with a win like that in overtime.
This team has to love their ability to come up with big plays and big moments. How about in overtime, the individual efforts we saw, this team playing as a unit, doing enough and doing everything that was needed to get the W.